Welcome back to the Holistic Freedom Secrets podcast. your, your face the entire time. It's great. This is episode 134, and it's cleanse day. Welcome back, loves. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Filling up on that goodness and let the shoulders release with the exhalation. Yes. Good day, loves. I am Coach Tennessee, and this is...
I need a smoothie bowl.
That's your name?
No. I just need a smoothie bowl. My name is Coach Soul.
And we are Ufulu Child. Ufulu means freedom. Yes, and we are all about the holistic health, the holistic freedom for working moms and their families. This is a Truth Seekers page if you are watching, okay? So we're going to get into the Freedom 5, which are the it's a 5-prong healing system that we follow in order to stay consistent with the habits necessary to maintain holistic health, freedom in our lives, and that are in alignment with truth that is true always. Boom shakalaka. So that we can be the example, the living example for our kids. Yay! And break these generational patterns of disease, etc. We don't need none of that, right? So today we are talking about something juicy because don't nobody want to talk about it, but it is rampant. It's rampant, and it's something that we all struggle with, and it's something that's ongoing, like an ongoing need to pay attention to at least twice a year. And most times we don't do it, but maybe once every 10 years. So if you're lucky, we're talking about parasites, parasite cleanses, okay? Are parasites behind your health struggles? This is the root question, and that's why it's the title of today's episode. Because it's Tuesday, it's cleanse day. So we're going to be covering and uncovering how parasites might be affecting your overall health. So we'll go through some signs. We'll do our best to break through some of the stigma and misconceptions about parasites. And
because you got them.
Don't we all? And I know if you hear that and you're like, I don't know, that's you. That used to be me too, until I read some of these signs, and I was like, yeah.
Well, they're not avoidable, and most of them are not as harmful as the ones that you try to cleanse out. But you produce cancer cells every day. You pick up parasites every day. A lot of them die fairly quickly, but you got them. It is what it is.
Word. So let's dive into some surprising ways that these hidden little saboteurs, sabotaging them tangs, can affect your body, and some ways that we can heal. So, first of all, what are the hidden effects of parasites? What are the hidden effects of parasites? So we talked
mood
about
irregularities, not being able to keep a balanced mood when certain things happen. You're not bipolar, but you're bipolar type thing. There's reproductive health issues.
Some parasites literally eat the eggs up out of your ovaries.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
Some also eat and attack the placenta. So, and any sort of fetus that you might have, some literally are eating at that too. So if you have ever had trouble and, trying to become pregnant, or you find yourself infertile or anything like that, that might have been linked to parasites.
Parasite invasion, yeah.
Yeah.
Brain health. There's parasite-related neurotoxins that contribute to brain fog, like I said, mood swings, anxiety, things like that. Also, your immune system. can
And
be compromised by parasites. Go ahead.
I just wanted to touch on a note for brain health. There have been some findings related to parasites and cysts in the brain, and how a lot of the cysts, some of the cysts, I'll say, have been uncovered in certain findings to be the calcified parasites in the brain. So if you find yourself, because I know some people that have brain cancer that have had tumors or cysts in the brain, and this might be, and again, we are not doctors, and we do not prescribe, diagnose, or anything like that. So
Wouldn't want to be one.
Wouldn't want to be one. So don't conflict these anything that we're saying as that, because everything is really personalized to your specific case, your specific set of lifestyle habits and medications and
Luck.
all history, all of thought patterns, everything matters, right? So, but there have been parasite related neurotoxins found also to contribute to what you were saying, like brain fog and things of that nature too.
So also your digestion. Find yourself, bloating, a whole lot of irregular bowel movements, um, all of that nutrient malabsorption, your digestion, skin conditions, autoimmune such as eczema, acne. There's various skin conditions that could be
rashes.
A result of a parasite or parasitic activities inside the body. Chronic fatigue, like your energy levels being all out of whack all the time. So, pretty much anything that is related to your energy, your ability to be clear in your mind and your emotions,
And your body
your
running.
hormonal balance, and your digestion could be linked to parasites.
The thing about them is that they like, if you think of kind of like something sucking life. Kind of think, have you ever heard of a leech? There you go. A leech is like a blood sucking leech. All it does, it's a parasite. It's an example of one. Not one that will likely be in your body, but these things, they are they suck, and they take and they take, and they have to rely on something that's some other source in order to stay alive. So that's kind of like what these parasites are. They're these things that they will take all the nutrients from that good food you've been eating. And if you notice that, you've been eating all the best things, you've been, cleaning up your diet, and you've been, incorporating different teas and all this stuff, but you're still really struggling with some of the things that I mentioned, this could be related. And what they do is they weaken your immune system, and overall they throw you out of balance. So just take note that this is why it matters. This is why it matters, because eventually down the line it could affect your heart health. People are having strokes because their cells aren't able to get the nutrients. Instead, it's being taken over by some parasite. So people are experiencing all these different health conditions, and a lot of them may be related to having parasites. So let's cover 9 key signs that you may have parasites. The first one, and these are some unexplained symptoms that may often come up. Some of them may be unrelated. A disclaimer, they could be related to another thing that you have going on. But if you have multiple of these going on, it's worth exploring. It's worth exploring.
Persistent bloating / gas. Persistent, keyword, bloating and gas. Number 2, constipation or diarrhea with like a pattern to it, not just one off, and then for 7 months you don't have any of that, but
like it's
in
either
some sort of pattern,
like it's alternating.
Constipation and diarrhea. Number 3, chronic fatigue or energy crashes, as already talked about. Number 4, intense sugar cravings.
Mm-hmm.
Many parasites that are quite dangerous love sugar and make you crave sugar.
All of them.
Um, grinding teeth at night.
Especially common in kids. Um, if you've ever heard like a kid grinding their teeth, or you know someone that has talked about hearing their spouse grinding their teeth at night. Skin rashes, hives, itchiness, trouble sleeping or waking. Like if you are consistently waking up around like 2, 3 a.m., then that's another sign. And then also some unexplained muscle aches out of the blue, mood swings, like we already talked about, like going way into anxiety or depression without any clear reasons why. And then, um, I would say that would be the one of the last main things. I mean, there's some other signs as well, especially at night, because a lot of the parasites, they are asleep during the day and they wake up at night. Um, some of them, especially ones in the brain, they offer up thoughts for you or mental cues trying to get you to eat some of the things. Like if you have those crazy cravings you see in your mind, the junk food or the thing that's has a bit more sugar than you would like to consume right now, and you feel this really big hangriness to go toward that direction, that could be related to parasites. But also at night, if you have itchiness, and especially around your your reproductive areas, right? If you
Yeah,
have any
itchiness in the
itchiness
groin.
or on the top of the head, those are also linked. So
Itchiness around the back door.
mhm, itchiness. So those are also linked to parasites. So if you notice any of these signs, or even especially multiple of these signs, the 9 that we just listed, then it's worth getting your levels checked in terms of your nutrients. It's worth getting your levels checked in terms of certain toxins, like testing for parasites. When you, like, say, if you do have your regular doctor's visit or whatever, get these labs done, get them done. Or if you're pretty sure you got them, because sometimes if you're sensitive enough, you will even kind of start to feel in your body.
Yeah, they'll move around.
They'll move around.
They're alive.
Some people even experience like a crawling under the skin. So kind of sensation.
They're pretty big if you feel that.
So we got to get them out, y'all. Some 5 herbs to help to cleanse parasites naturally. There are, of course, way more than these, and there's some on this list that are phenomenal that we don't have on this list to cover all of the nitty-gritty details of, but I can just kind of call them out. And there's a few on this list that are generally safe if you're nursing and pregnant, and I'll call those out as well.
So first we have wormwood. You can find this
Wormwood.
at almost any grocery store
Health
that
food
has
store.
herbs.
Mm-hmm.
Black walnut or
Well,
black walnut hulls.
Well, let's get into the benefits and the things
so
to watch out for.
Wormwood paralyzes parasites, supports digestion, and reduces inflammation, so reduces pain. You don't want no inflammation, do you?
We don't want no cells
get you
on
some
fire.
wormwood.
We don't want no cells on fire.
Next we have black walnut hulls, or just the black walnut.
Yeah, you can get the liquid extract too.
Liquid extract, yeah.
Just gonna bounce her for a little bit.
Awesome. Black walnut hulls kills parasites. It supports liver detox. So if you're trying to detox your liver for any reason, you can do some black walnut, 2 times a day or something like that, a couple drops, or maybe a couple full things. I forget. It'll say it on the package what the dosage is. Third, we have clove. Clove is really great for oral health as well, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But clove destroys parasite eggs and aids in balancing your gut army, your gut flora.
The good gut army.
Yep. We have neem, Neem. Neem. Neem is antibacterial, antifungal. So if your parasite is fungal, then there we go. And neem is effective in disrupting parasite life cycles. So it'll make the parasites go nuts and they want to leave. Then we have pumpkin seeds as the fifth and last one on this list. Of course, there are more, as Coach Tensi already said.
And
Pumpkin
this would
seeds
be
are safe for children and nursing moms, and they paralyze worms and support gut health.
and this would be the raw um, raw cold pressed pumpkin seeds that are soaked. If you're eating them whole, you have to eat enough of them. But if you're not eating them whole, you can also, at some health food stores, they have pumpkin seed oil that's also cold pressed. If you get it organic, get organic, because of the pesticides, right? So that's something to help with in that area too.
Yep.
So you can get organic raw pumpkin seeds, soak them, and if you soak them and put them in the fridge, they'll start to form this little layer of the oil. You can pour off the oil, keep the oil, drink the oil, and then eat the pumpkin seeds. And the fiber will help support your digestion system as well, help feed the good gut things, and get rid of the rest. There are some other herbs that are a bit powerful when it comes to if you're nursing or pregnant, but they're phenomenal. And if you are it depends. It depends on what your body's combinations are needing and what your body has already been built up to withstand. But oregano is amazing. It also paralyzes parasites. Oregano oil of oregano, that essential oil is phenomenal when it comes to that. And the there's a certain type that we have that's especially potent. Um, and if you would like the link to some of these healthy swaps, let me know. And
Yeah,
just
type
put
link in the comments.
maybe parasite might be a little or something so I know more clearly. Okay, oregano. Put oregano in the comments.
Right.
There you go. So oregano oil.
If you don't know how to spell it and you misspell it, that's okay. We know what you mean.
Yeah, that's something that I definitely had to shout out because, and then also papaya seeds. Papaya seeds also help. They act kind of like magnets. They act kind of like magnets to parasites.
Boom. And now you want to make sure that you follow the recommended dosage. If especially if you're using, tinctures or teas or capsules, you don't want to overdo something because some herbs will, especially if you're, let's say you're taking medicine for something or you just recently got treated for something and that's still working its way out of your body. You want to stick to like the recommended dosage for herbs, just like you would for a prescription of some kind.
And there are some places that have parasite cleanses. Dr. Bobby Price has a really great parasite cleanse on his website, and the Goddess Collection, Alkaline Goddess. Well, the Goddess Collection is the brand name. They also have a parasite Punisher tea and some other things to help cleanse parasites as well. This is something that you would do over no more than a 14-day span of time, and maybe once, twice, max 4 times a year if it's really bad. But really, you don't need to do it more than and you should do it at least twice a year.
Yeah. And you want to combine the use of herbs with a fiber-rich diet. So if you're doing an herb cleanse, if you're going through a few weeks of taking herbs to cleanse out any parasites, then you want to make sure during that time, at least, you're getting high doses of fiber in your diet, in your food. Fiber will cast a net and drag out the parasites that are expelled from the various organs or wherever they're hanging out. It will take out through the pee tract and the poop tract those parasites.
And enemas are also really great, or hydrocolon therapy is phenomenal also during a cleanse.
Yep. And then last but not least, avoid over cleansing. You don't want to make your body lack nutrients that are necessary by over cleansing. And so, that goes back to the first point. Stick to the recommended doses. Follow some sound advice that have worked for people around your same, let's say around your same body weight and build and stuff like that, and you should be good. All right, now before we get out of here, it's important that we remind you that Thrive Zone is happening on the 20th of this month. So in about 13 days, whoop whoop, Thrive Zone is going to be at noon, from noon to 3, on January 20th at Dawa HQ. Dawa is on the east side of Austin, Texas, and it's a bring your whole family, bring your children event. There will be a kids corner that goes on and has its own itinerary. And for the adults and the older teens and whatnot that don't want to hang out at the kids corner, we are doing a concert. We are doing a meditation and sound bath, getting grounded. We are doing a discussion and presentation on truth and holistic freedom. We are doing a movement session to get the blood moving, led by Lily Shepard. And lastly, we are also doing a Freedom 5 workshop where we'll be going over some 10 to 15-minute daily practices you can add to your day that align with your health and wellness goals.
Yes. And Thrive Zone is a holistic reset for it's a holistic freedom reset for working moms and their families. So it's to help us as working moms and our families to really be the living example of embodying freedom from the inside out. Of embodying freedom from the inside out and being that example for our kids. So that's what it's all about. And it's so empowering. Can't wait to see y'all there. And that's all I got. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for the day. Take care, loves. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.